welcome back to Off the Boulevard. I'm Elsie Barnhart.
I'm Brandy Smith.
And let's get started. Thank God it's Friday.
Yes.
It has been a very long, rough week.
Yeah, it's been very long. Did you see the Pepsi commercial?
I actually didn't. Could you kind of tell me about it?
So it's kind of, there were people protesting outside, just like general protesting, and Kendall Jenner is a model, of course, and so she is modeling being herself, and then she goes outside to see what's going on. She grabs a Pepsi, and then she gives it to a police officer, and then everyone's like, yay, everything's solved. And so there's been like a lot of backlash from that.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been very crazy. Like, people are blaming her, but then also backing her up at the same time. And yeah, it's insane. What do you think about that?
No, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. I haven't even seen it myself, so I'll definitely go and watch that. But
yeah, well, I'm a Sprite fan myself, so I wasn't really a fan. But yeah, so there's been a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah,
like
the Syria, all of that's happening.
Yeah.
The weather here in Lawrence has been kind of terrible.
Yeah.
This is the first day it's actually been nice out, and I could actually walk to class, so that was nice.
Yeah, it was. I have to walk across that bridge, and I had my umbrella, and I was scared for my life.
Yeah, you're like waiting.
Yeah, it was like I was Mary Poppins. My umbrella let go and took me everywhere on campus. Yeah.
Well, better news, you got your internship.
Yes.
Can you tell us about what you're doing?
I'll just be shadowing reporters pretty much everywhere they go, getting coffee, usual intern stuff.
Yeah.
At WOW 6. It's on Mass Street, so it's really cool. I always, after my interview, I went to go get Cold Stone, so that's very convenient.
That's very cool.
They're not WOW 6 anymore, so by the time I get there, it'll be a whole new station. But yeah, it's very exciting.
Well, congratulations. Good job.
Thank you.
On Tuesday, did you hear, I was told that the professors from the professional schools were actually on Wesco, and they were protesting gun rights and things like that. Did you hear about that or know anything about that?
I heard about it as well. I didn't hear about it. I think it was, I didn't see it exactly, but I thought it was really awesome that we have professional schools being able to protest and back up something that they believe in. I think it's really cool.
That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, did you, speaking of taking a stand, did you hear about the journalism students at Pittsburgh High?
I did, yes, and we will definitely cover that in the news because that is huge. That's like crazy.
Crazy, absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So do you have any weekend plans other than the crazy weather?
I'm doing my taxes this weekend because
exciting.
I've procrastinated, so that's my big plans. Anything you're doing?
I have to work at 6 in the morning, so I will be sleeping all weekend. So yeah, nothing really big or major, but stay tuned. We will get back with Elsie on the news and hear about that really cool story.
3, 2, 1, and camera 2.
All right, guys, welcome back.
Welcome to Media Crossroads. Located on the second floor of Anschutz Library sits an immersive learning experience like no other. So what is Media Crossroads? A chance to try something new. The opportunity to step in and learn. Going behind the scenes, or maybe giving it a shot in front of the camera.
Good evening, guys, and welcome into Playmaker Central. I'm Lydia Taylor.
Under the direction of instructor Cal Butcher, Media Crossroads provides students with the chance to learn by doing.
You're going to start here just so she sees that you're on.
So what is Media Crossroads? Well, stop by. Come see for yourself.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Governor Sam Brownback said Wednesday that he will support a flat tax proposal plan, which is now pending in the Kansas Senate. According to the Lawrence Journal-World, the bill would tax all taxable income at a 4.6% rate, and it would also raise the standard deduction and several other kinds of deductions to match the federal income tax form. But that's not all. The bill would also lower the state sales tax by 1% on food purchases. This is the first time Governor Sam Brownback has shown any indication to forfeit his notoriously favorable business tax exemption. The tax exemption, also known as the LLC loophole, is what has exempted more than 330,000 farmers and business owners from paying any state income tax on their business income. Brownback claimed the Senate's flat tax legislation creates a single low tax rate for Kansans, solving today's budget challenges without unnecessarily harming economic growth in Kansas. President of the Lawrence School Board, Marcel Harmon, has been receiving backlash for his missed attendance at last week's community forum led by Justice Matters. The forum held approximately 1,500 people, many of which who are local leaders. Many that were in attendance claimed that without Harmon's presence, it proved a lack of care and willingness to listen to the public about issues including equality in schools. Harmon responded with a lengthy Facebook post stating, "There is no need to publicly shame us or put us on the spot to publicly support addressing institutionalized racism. We are already there, willing to work with the community partners to address it." Katie Spears, an associate organizer with Justice Matters, said they didn't intend to blame anyone, they just want their voices to be heard. Student journalists from Pittsburgh High School led an investigation that resulted in the resignation of their newly hired principal. The Pittsburgh School Board hired Amy Robinson, who received her master's and doctoral degree from Corellan's University, which later was revealed to be an unaccredited online school. Trina Paul, a student editor for the high school newspaper The Booster Redux, told the Kansas City Star, "We wanted to be assured that she was qualified and had the proper credentials." Robinson, who is currently an educational consultant in Dubai, resigned on Tuesday from a position at Pittsburgh High School and said her decision was in the best interest of the district in light of the issues that arose. Many officials have praised the student journalists for their research and efforts to uncover the truth. That's all from News Today. Stay tuned, and after the break, we will hear from Brady Fashion.
Welcome back to Off the Boulevard. My name is Nick Brady and I'm your host for our fashion segment. After experiencing about 10 full days that felt like months of constant rain, the sun is out, the flowers are blossoming, and we truly get to abandon those winter jackets. Spring is here. This means peeling off those layers and putting together new outfits. I recommend adding more colors that reflect your personality. I predict that students will start breaking out their sneakers. I recommend white sneakers to the fullest. Who cares if after one day you cover them with mud? Only kidding, kind of. Speaking of white sneakers and new outfits, Kanye West finally and quietly dropped his Calabasas collection. The collection featured sweatpants, sweatshirts, and white sneaker that looks exactly kind of like Reeboks. Although this collection sold out in minutes, I think it's great inspiration on what to be wearing around this time of year. Cozy, comfortable, athletic wear that will keep you warm but not too hot. Supreme recently released a collaboration with the infamous and classic tennis brand Lacoste. Like Kanye's clothes, these were very hard to get and quickly sold out, but serves as great inspiration on what to wear for the spring season. The collection included a golf-inspired lightweight Harrington jacket, tennis-influenced knit sweaters, a track pants, and stylish track jacket. The perfect mix of preppy and streetwear, if you ask me. Okay, so who has seen that new Kendrick Lamar music video? If you haven't, wake up and go peep the King of Rap's latest work. The song Humble is a good good alone, but Kendrick decided to add visuals along with it. Some important takeaways was the line he rapped about being sick and tired of Photoshop, something that greatly intertwines with the work of fashion. Do you think brands, including clothing, should use less Photoshop to show realistic, natural beauty? Personally, I think yes, they should. Some Photoshop doesn't hurt, but the more you use in advertising, the more unrealistic expectations are created. Did anyone see Kendrick's white Dreamer hoodie? I know I did, and I want it. It's still hoodie season, and hoodies with simple colors and bold prints are in. If you'd like to purchase the hoodie, the brand is called Second/Layer, and you can purchase the piece off their online store. Last but not least, in the realm of what in the heck were they thinking, Pepsi takes one big L with their recent commercial featuring fashion model Kendall Jenner. The commercial essentially starts out with a man playing cello on a helicopter pad, and then it goes to Kendall working a photo shoot while she knows people are protesting outside. Kendall leaves the photo shoot to join the conversation and rids everyone of their problems by giving a cop a Pepsi. Many people took to Twitter and the internet to express their concerns with the ad. The critics said it was shallow, tone-deaf, and overproduced. What do you think? Is this Pepsi's fault? Should Kendall feel ashamed for partaking? You be the judge. Well, that's it for fashion today. Have a wonderful weekend. Up next, we'll have an interview with Mini Wendy.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. Today we have Maddie and Maddie, presidential candidate and VP presidential candidate for 1KU. So Maddie and Maddie, how did y'all get involved with 1KU?
Yeah, so I think we kind of met some people that we wanted to work with, and it just kind of naturally flowed to all work together. But the way that I got involved, or kind of what I've done in Student Senate, this year I've served as the Student Senate Government Relations Director, which means my job is basically to advocate for all Jayhawks, at every level of government. I actually just got back in town from Washington, D.C. about a day ago. So yeah, that's a little bit about what I've done this year. So.
Yeah, and I currently serve as the Student Rights Committee Chair, so I chair the Rights Committee, and a lot of the important things that the Rights Committee does is we review the Student Code of Rights and Responsibilities every other year.
Okay.
We did that last year, and that included that we added off-campus jurisdiction to protect students who are sexually assaulted off-campus or experience any sort of violence from another student off-campus.
So for those that don't know what 1KU is, what is it? Could you explain that to us?
Yeah, so 1KU is a student senate coalition founded by students who all kind of fundamentally agree on that we should be focused on the most important issues on this campus, right? Okay. So we're talking about how we can better deal with as a university with sexual assault. We're talking about student safety, making sure that they can get home safely. Just a lot of issues like that, so.
Yeah, I think that that's one of the things we really stand for. We really have an effort. We want to be able to help all students and come together, because I think there's been a lot of division in the past years, and we really want to kind of unite us under 1KU. So that's kind of where the name comes from.
Cool. So what platforms do y'all stand on, and what do you want to represent towards the campus?
So one thing that I think is really important to me is honestly our platform called Project Callisto. So Project Callisto is a third-party technology designed by survivors of sexual assault for survivors. And bringing that to this campus, I think, would make a lot of difference, because regardless of who sits, in the chair at the IOA office, it ensures that your concerns are being heard. And it does a few things that I think is important in terms of the technology. So one, it actually allows you to create secure timestamp documents. So just, logging everything that happened for whenever the survivor is comfortable to share that. If they want to choose to report to the authorities or to, the university, they have that option, but it's so that it's all on their own terms, that first thing. They get to say everything they want to say, and that first conversation isn't in an interview where someone might not believe you, that type of deal. So allowing them to have agency over that. The second thing it does is creates a matching system if they so choose to participate. So the survivor can choose to put in the name of the perpetrator, and if someone else chooses to enter that same name, they'll get each other's information. They get matched. So they can build, their own support system, or maybe if they want to go through the reporting process together, they can choose to, because, banding together can sometimes be a little bit safer for them. So just looking to empower survivors with that system.
That's really cool. I didn't know technology could even do that nowadays, but.
Another thing that we want to implement, right now our Safe Ride program, it's really underutilized. A lot of people don't use it because the wait times are long and it's kind of confusing. You have to call. And so one of the things that we want to implement is to partner with Uber. And this would save students over $500,000 in student fees that could be used to go towards other things. And essentially what it would do is we would have phased out Safe Ride and give students free rides on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. So that they could be able to get home. I think Uber, you know where the driver is. You can look at the app and you can see it's in this black car and what the person's name is. So it's really a safety issue, I think. With Safe Ride, you're kind of awkwardly standing on the street, just kind of waiting for your Safe Ride to get here. So I think it will really help in that area too.
Yeah, I definitely think that would help a lot.
Yeah. Another thing with Uber is we're going to allow students to use their Beacon Bucks to pay for Uber. So
I know a lot of people that would love using their Beacon Bucks because I know personally I don't have the funds. So if my mom can pay for it, I mean, we might as well.
Right.
So when are elections?
Yes, so the Student Senate elections are going to be April 12th and 13th, which is next Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay, and how do you vote?
You vote online. The polls open at 6 a.m. and they go till 4 p.m. on Thursday, and it's on Rock Chalk Central. So if you just open up the page, it will say Vote in Student Senate Elections. And if you're a KU student and you log in with your KU info, you can vote. And you'll vote for the people in your school. So if you're in the journalism school, you'll vote for the journalism senators and for the presidential and VP candidates.
Sounds simple enough.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys very much for coming. Do you have anything else that you would like to add?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. All right, well, up next, we will be right back with the sports.
Yeah, I always just clap in this part.
This is where everyone's talking amongst themselves. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it?
Are we supposed to smile?
When do we start? Somebody over here already started.
Can we talk about the piccolo part? It's the most complicated one.
It is. If you listen, you're doing it when the band's not playing.
You have to tell me when it starts. I still don't know.
Here we go. Just clapping now.
No humps.
Nailed it.
I practiced this morning. Tomorrow was just two people.
It has a right and a wrong way of doing it. No. Wrong.
I like my way better.
I don't know how to do the end.
It's just.
I don't know the head.
That's great. It's hard by yourself.
All right, welcome back to Off the Boulevard and to our sports segment here on a beautiful Friday afternoon in Lawrence, Kansas. And a beautiful Friday to watch the Wooden Awards tonight on ESPN2, which features our point guard here in Kansas, Frank Mason, well, our former point guard, I should say. What do you think about tonight's Wooden Awards?
It'll be interesting. I've never really watched the awards ceremony before, but now that we have a player in there, it could be kind of fun.
Absolutely, yeah.
Clear front runner. He's won every other award, so.
What do you think about the other candidates? Other candidates going up against Frank tonight will be Nigel Williams-Goss from Gonzaga, Josh Hart from Villanova, and Lonzo Ball. Everyone knows who Lonzo Ball is from UCLA. What do you think about, you think obviously Frank is the front runner, but do you think these guys have, obviously they have an opportunity, but what do you think their realistic chances are?
I think, being a senior, as Frank is and Josh Hart is as well, I think they have the best chance of winning it. They've been here 4 years, they put in their time, but, Lonzo had a great season, and I think on his mind is NBA. So
yeah. Well, Frank Mason actually had a great tweet about tonight's Wooden Awards, and he had proposed a valid question. If he wins the Wooden Award, doesn't he get free Wendy's for the rest of his life?
Sounds pretty good. I might try to win the Wooden Award.
I honestly would want the free Wendy's over the award. I would be like, hey, you can have the award if I get the Wendy's. So here's to Frank winning tonight and hopefully getting his Wendy's. In other KU basketball news, Carlton Bragg, our former power forward, has decided he is going to transfer from the University of Kansas. And so, you know, just to send Carlton off the right way, we wanted to, you know, pull up one of his best highlights here at KU and talk about, you know, just what a solid play this was on senior night this year against Oklahoma. See if we can get that video up here. Yeah, so Carlton
that's definitely not top 10.
Oh, Carlton. We will miss you. We really will miss you.
He's had some good times. Freshman year, he's very promising. You know, he's had some struggles off the court. I wish him the best, but
he just needed another inch on that dunk. That's about it.
It's close.
Yeah, but we wish Carlton nothing but the best. You have to think that Billy Preston coming in to KU had some implication here as well.
And Dwight Colby, you know, taking a spot in that Oregon game. You know, he didn't play a minute. You know, there's something else going on there.
Definitely
we'll
so.
Maybe find out in later weeks.
But we wish Carlton all the best, and we'll miss seeing your dunks that get rejected by the rim. So, anyway, and further into KU sporting news, KU baseball has been playing some really good baseball as of late. They took down the Texas Longhorns last week in Hoagland. Roger Clemens was in attendance for all 3 games, but they won the series 2-1, and then also won last night against Missouri State 4-2. So that leads into this weekend series against West Virginia. That's going to be on the road. What do you think about this weekend?
You know, it's a good start. You know, I think any series win, especially against Texas for KU, is a plus. And you know, we got to build on that.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. And finally, in professional sporting news, Major League Baseball did open its season earlier in the week. You know, what do you think about the first week of baseball? I know we're both sitting up here. He's wearing his Royals jersey, me my Giants jersey, and our teams combined have 1 win. So 1-6 combined. What do you think about the Royals, though?
The Royals, I'm really not. I'm not impressed. You know, I had some hopes going in. You know, with the championship core, but you know, after looking at the bullpen, I just don't think we did enough in the offseason, and I'm predicting that we will trade everybody on our team, all the core players before the deadline, which is sad, but it's what you got to do.
Well, some serious optimism there from Nick Merrick. So the Royals have started 0-3. They got swept by Minnesota earlier, and they will play at Houston for their next upcoming series. So maybe they'll get a game against the Astros, but that's a talented young team. So
opening day for the Royals is Wednesday, though, so maybe we can get back on track then.
Yeah, absolutely. So tonight, everyone, tune in. 7 p.m. The Wooden Awards are on ESPN2. Hopefully Frank Mason takes home yet another Player of the Year award and just caps off absolutely one fantastic senior year at Kansas.
Check out tonight, Russell Westbrook goes for the triple-double record on ESPN. So
he missed it by one, I think it was a rebound.
1 rebound against Memphis the other night. So
and Memphis' coach, of course, said that was a small victory, holding Westbrook under a triple-double. Yeah. So we'll see what happens tonight. Tune into the Wooden Awards, everybody. Good luck, Frank Mason. Thanks for tuning in, and rock chalk, Jayhawk.
Rock chalk.